It's Kathy Kress again, and we are doing starting a GCM business in my Geriatric Care Management channel. And right now we're going to cover software and hardware. I am not an IT consultant. I already told you in the last episode you probably need one, but I'll go over some of the things you really need to discuss with the IT consultant to start your GCM business. The first thing you need, and this isn't IT, is you need an operations manual. And I have one of them. I mean, you could write your own, but an operations manual, again, just like the business plan, just like the financial projection on the spreadsheet, it is a template for how to do this. Because inevitably, you have to have other people come in. You hire new people, and you just can't keep it all in your head. So you need an overview of your services. And again, I said, you have to have different products. People do not understand geriatric care management 30 years later. So what are the products you offer? You know, is it death and dying support? Is it moving? Is it concierge companion, where you're taking care of, you're assisting quality of life in assisted living? Is it 24-hour support of somebody that needs 8 hours or 24 hours of care? Then you have care providers. How do you handle all that? It's got to be a product. It's just like McDonald's. McDonald's offers you the Big Mac down to, I thought it used to be the 78-cent hamburger. I haven't gone there in 100 years, but the cheapest hamburger. So you need to figure out your products. You need to figure out your case records, because this is all legal here. Like I said, it's their mother. They're going to sue you. And so even if you did nothing wrong. So you need to know where do you keep those records. And the records are, if you're hopefully a social worker or a nurse, you kept charting and you had assessments. Where are they going to be? Are they going to be in the cloud? A lot of people, that's a really easy way to do it. That's why you need an IT consultant. Are they going to be hard copy? You're just going to, have all, the paper. How will you keep your records? And what I mean is, where do you store them? How does the geriatric care manager access them? So you have to have all that in a manual. How do you open a case? How do you monitor a case? How do you close a case? You have to know that step by step to pass it on to someone else. If you die, sound like my mother's old insurance agent, Clint. He would say, "God forbid, Kay." Well, life happens, and if you leave the business too, you have to leave a template. So, and if you hire somebody, you have to have a procedure. You can't keep making it up in your head. So you need a manual. You need also to figure out in your manual how to manage an office. And how are you going to hold meetings? Are you just going to do it once a week, twice a week? Who's going to come? Are you going to have a case conference about your cases? Are you going to have a staff meeting? Really, all this needs to be codified somewhere, and so it can be repeated. How are you going to file? Again, are you going to do a paperless file? What are you going to do? How do you answer the telephone? You have to answer it in a way that, the first impression makes a big impression on the person or the customer you need. You've got to figure out that. Simple. You've got to figure out how you're going to handle the mail. Money comes in, contracts come in. What will somebody who's handling the mail do with that? All the products and services, and how you close a case. Do you close it and store it for 7 years? Does it go, if it's paperless, does it go up in the cloud? You need procedures to do that. And then you need hardware and software. Now again, I'm not the IT consultant, but you really need 3 databases. You need a client database that gives you the ability to keep all the information about the older client. You have to have that, and that really comes in your intake, in your geriatric assessment, but it has to be updated on a regular basis, and it's confidential information. So you need a client database, You need a billing database because you have to be able to bill for these services. And you need a marketing database, which is also a marketing contact database, because it gives you the ability to market, but all your continuum of care is in there. The people you're going to market to, and the people, the agencies, for instance, hospice, that you're going to use to make your care plans. ACT is an example, Salesforce, there's a lot of them. I'm not recommending anything. Hardware, you need a computer, but what kind to get now? Should get a Mac or PC, yada, 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 yada. A printer, you need a scanner. If you're going to go into the cloud, you need to be able to scan. And then paperless. You really should think about a paperless office. In the Handbook of Geriatric Care Management, I have a whole section in here about the importance of a paperless office and how you can do it. You need a SNAP scanner or a NEAT scanner. Again, I'm not the IT consultant. And you've got to have like a smartphone, IT touch, something to be able to capture the billing, because you have to bill 85% of your time in order to make a profit. In order to be able to do that, you have to capture all that time in the field. And you really need a device in the field where you or whoever you hire can keep notes, and the notes are connected to billing. IT consultant here. So I'll see you next time, and go to my website, kathykress.com. Find me everywhere, Twitter, blogs, you name it, I'm out there. Thank you.